Then you have a very interesting matchup, and that is the Cleveland Cavaliers and the New York Knicks. To me, out of every single, and I mean when I say every single, I mean on East and West, this is the closest matchup that we have. Both these teams have kind of been a surprise this entire year. Yes, we knew, and yes, we thought the Cleveland Cavaliers were going to be good, but we didn't know how good they can be with Donovan Mitchell. I didn't think they were good enough to be a 4 seed in the East. I thought they were good enough to make the playoffs, but I also didn't think that when your backcourt is being led by Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, I didn't think that a team like that could be as good defensively as they are. While no, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are not good defensively. They're actually one of the worst defensive backcourts. As a team, Cleveland has one of the best, if not the best defense. That's behind Evan Mobley. That's behind, the bigs at that Jarrett Allen. So it was shocking to me that the Cleveland Cavaliers were that good, and the same can be said for the Knicks. I know you can't be a Dallas fan and look at Jalen Brunson and think to yourself, like, what if? Jalen Brunson has completely turned this Knicks team around. And don't get me wrong, the Knicks team was good, especially with Julius Randle, especially with R.J. Barrett, especially with Emmanuel Quickley, who I think is going to win Sixth Man of the Year. But you know what the Knicks are fighting? The Knicks are fighting history. The Knicks are fighting history and perception. We talked about that last episode. History and perception. And what do I mean by that? The Knicks, you can have a good season, have a good regular season. We've seen this several times. But usually once it gets down to the playoffs, you see the real Knicks. And they have some embarrassing playoff losses like the Atlanta Hawks. But then they have playoff losses that you like, hey, I understand. But one thing that we do know is the Knicks have been for a while now just a regular season team. So the question is, can they get over the hump? And can the Cavaliers win? I think this would be their first series win without LeBron James if they win this. I believe that. I could be wrong, but I think if the Cleveland Cavaliers win this series, this will be their first series win without LeBron James. The keys to this matchup, in my opinion, is the backcourt for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and who is going to be the consistent scorer outside of Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle for the Knicks. We know how good Donovan Mitchell is. I think he just finished the regular season with like 4 or 5 straight 40-point games. We know how good Donovan Mitchell is, and we know how good Darius Garland can be. I think Darius Garland has a 50-point game this year, I believe, or last year. It's just, is that going to be able to translate to the playoffs? And for the Knicks, we know how good Jalen Brunson's been, and we know how good Julius Randle has been. Both of them. I mean, Julius Randle, I think he has a 60-point game, 65-point game, or something like that. Or 59-point game, something. It's just R.J. Barrett has struggled majority of this year. Emmanuel Quickley has been good, but of course the playoffs are different from the regular season, as we clearly know. I think that this is probably going to be the most even matchup, honestly, in the entire playoffs. Now, I don't think there's going to be drastic blowouts or anything, but this one is the hardest one to pick for me, and I'm going to go with Knicks in 7. I just think the defense that the Cleveland Cavaliers hold, or the defense that the Cleveland Cavaliers play, doesn't stop the Knicks at their best positions outside of Julius Randle. But Julius Randle's ability to step out and hit a three and hit a jump shot definitely bodes well, because you're not scoring anything in the paint when we talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I think that the matchup between Evan Mobley and Julius Randle is going to be the key to this entire playoff series. Who wins? Who makes it? Like whoever wins that battle, Evan Mobley and Julius Randle, I think is going to win the series. And because I think Donovan Mitchell is going to outplay Jalen Brunson, even though Jalen Brunson has been good. Don't get me wrong. But I just think Donovan Mitchell is a better player, and he's going to outplay them. Darius Garland, we know that. But, if we get a big series out of RJ Barrett, then that changes a lot of things. I just think that the Knicks have played so well this year, and I think that the Knicks, with the infusion of Jalen Brunson, is bigger than we really can quantify, as far as how important his energy is and his scoring, and just how important he is to this Knicks team. And I think he is going to propel them past the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I have the Knicks beating the Cavaliers in 7. Oh man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.